Good morning. This is the day the Lord hath made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it together. Hey, listen, it's Wednesday. Today's church day. Well, Facebook Live church day, but it's still church day. And I want to tell all of our church family and all of our friends who watch around the area, you do not want to miss tonight's service at 7 o'clock Central Time. I've got a special guest coming, and she's going to talk about um, the new restrictions, COVID-19, and what we have to do to be able to stay in line with the restrictions. You do not want to miss, because Sunday is our opening, or I should say our reopening. So make sure you're in church Sunday morning, 9:30, senior saints and high-risk members, and then at 11 o'clock, all other members. Remember, we're sitting with groups we've already been exposed to. If you ride in the car with them, you can sit with them. If you don't ride in the car with them, then you sit basically with your family. Even though there's going to be empty seats next to people, we don't sit there because we have to keep a 6-foot distance from everybody who's not been exposed to each other. Everything is set. We're ready to go. And I want you to be in church Sunday morning. I just can't stress it. So tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time, that's fast time, that's Georgia time. Some people say that's the right time. I don't know, just 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Make sure you're in church with us tonight through Facebook Live. And what will Lulu say? Wow, how is Sister Lulu going to respond? We'll find out tonight. Yesterday, and maybe the day before, I've been using morning Devo time to look into the book of Isaiah. And there's so many, as I said yesterday, so many verses, so many chapters we could dive into. I want to look at chapter 40 today, and I could read the whole chapter because, in my opinion, the entire chapter is so encouraging. So I'm just going to actually pick out some verses because I don't have time in the 7.5 minutes to go through it all. Because verse 1 of chapter 40 of Isaiah, comfort, yes, comfort my people, says your God. Speak comfort to Jerusalem and cry out to her that her warfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. And then it goes on to say in verse 3, there's a voice crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight the desert and the highway of God. This is a messianic prophecy. This begins to make a transition now in the book of Isaiah for the latter end of this book. So verse 1 says, I want you to comfort the people. Comfort. Oh yes, comfort. We want the breath of God to blow on us. We want the breath of God to breathe in us. But then he says, verse 7, the grass withers, the flower fades, because the breath of the Lord blows upon it. Surely the people are grass, the grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of God stands forever. The breath of the Lord equals the Spirit of God. The passage opens with the words in Handel's Messiah that I'm sure you've all heard of. And I want us to understand we need the breath of God to blow on us. In church Sunday morning, in our lives, Monday through Saturday, we need the Spirit of the living God to make his power known in our lives. Verse 13 asks a question. Whom has directed the Spirit of the Lord? Or what counselor has taught him? With whom did he take counsel, and who instructed him? Who taught him in the path of justice? Who taught him knowledge? Who showed him in the way of understanding? Don't we know that we serve the God that teaches the Spirit? Don't we know that we serve the mighty God that is the very essence of this presence of the Lord? Verse 12, who measures the waters in the hollow of his hand? Who measures heaven with a span? Who calculated the dust of the earth in a measure? We serve God who measured everything with the span of his hand, from the thumb to his pinky. That's the God we serve. That's the God who now calls me son. That's the God who's allowed me to become part of the heritage of who he is, that he has saved me, redeemed me, that he has adopted me. How grateful I am that God is a God that loved me enough to redeem me, to protect me, to provide for me. Verse 26 says, lift up your eyes on high and see who has created these things, who brings out their host by number. He calls them all by name. By greatness of his might and strength of his power, no one is missing. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my just claim is passing over by God? Verse 28 says, have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, he neither faints nor is he weary. His understanding is unsearchable. We know that in our hardest times, God is still strong. In our tiredest time, God is still vibrant. Don't be discouraged today. Lift up your head. Let's encourage each other. Let us know that this too will pass and is passing. We're going to make it. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, he never faints, nor is he weary. Verse 29 says, he gives power to the weak. To those who have no might, he will increase their strength. Is that you? Are you weak? Are you fainting? Then look to God, the author, the finisher of your faith. He will give you power. He will give you strength. Verse 30 and 31, even the youths shall faint and be weary. The young men shall utterly fall, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They will walk and they will not faint. Wait on the Lord today. Don't give up. Keep waiting. Don't wave the white flag. Keep waiting. Don't run away. Don't hide in a cave. Keep waiting. The Lord will renew your strength. You're going to mount up with eagles. You're going to run and not be weary. You're going to walk and not faint. This day is the day of victory in all of our lives. I hope you're blessed today. I look forward to tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Join me and my special guest, Sister Lulu. Join us tonight. And then Sunday, 9:30 for senior saints and special high-risk members. And then at 11, all others. God bless you so much. Have a great, great Wednesday.